we're actually waiting for the soul of George Spahn to come. Because today is when you wait for the day. This is the day that you wait for the soul of the dead. And then you have conversations with them. They're doing it all over the place, aren't they, Tracy? Aren't there people over here that are coming to talk to dead people?
A lot of decorating.
It started out as an Aztec tradition. Actually, the Aztecs would dig up their ancestors. They'd dig them up out of the ground, dust their bones off, and then they would have dinner with them. You leave marigolds so that they can smell them, and when they come back, you also leave something for them to drink. And George has got plenty to drink back there when he comes back. And you also leave something for him to eat, which there's bread over here for George to eat as well. And we're just sitting here waiting for the soul of George Spahn to come back. So let's debate Stimson and Shrek's book. Have you read them both, or you know something about them both?
Yeah, I've read them both. Well, I haven't read the new edition of the Manson File because, quite honestly, the print's too fucking small, man. I need a magnifying glass to read that shit.
Really?
There's 2 columns of print on every page to try to cut down on the number of pages in the book.
You're serious?
Yeah.
So it's like the goddamn telephone book already?
It's like reading a Bible, kind of.
Like reading a telephone book.
Same size print and everything.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
It's like an oversized Bible.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, the printing is small, man. Especially if fucking like me, my eyes ain't that great.
So first, one strike against Shrek's print is too small.
Too small.
And George Stimson's print's fine?
Oh yeah.
Okay. 1 for Stimson, 0 for Shrek.
I mean, the main difference between the 2 books is what they call the motive.
What motive does Shrek have? He has like 37 motives in there, don't he?
I think Shrek is more the drug burn. Whereas George is more, they did it for
Would you call that love a brother if I go and say, hey, Tracy, do you like Stoner enough? Go kill somebody for Stoner to get him out. Is that a love of brother or is that stupidity?
That's stupidity.
Okay, let's call it stupidity of brethren from now on then, because it ain't no love of brother involved in that bullshit.
And even then, dude, I mean, let's face it, Bobby wasn't hardcore there all the time.
Do you think anybody even cared about Bobby besides Sandra Good?
And Leslie.
And Leslie. And there's probably a few other ones too that cared about Bobby.
But
do you think Manson cared about Bobby?
No.
You think he gave 2 fucks about Bobby?
I think the only reason Manson might have said, go out, make it look like Bobby, would have been just because of the fact he was afraid of what Bobby might say, and he wanted to get Bobby out.
There you go. What do you think, George? George ain't talking yet. Hopefully.
Still early.
That's, that right there is more along the lines of
Yeah, 100%. Charlie didn't do it because he loved Bobby. Charlie didn't do it to start a race war. Charlie actually really didn't do it at all.
So we're 0 and 0 for Shrek. 0, well, Simpson still has 1. So 0, 0.
But I've always believed everybody involved had their own motives for going those nights. Some did it for a drug burn. Some did it to try and fucking help Bobby in some weird, crazy-ass way.
See it? Fuck, it just flew behind the branch. There's a butterfly up there flying around, and a monarch butterfly is another... Yeah, see it?
Yep.
There it is. That's another sign that this person's soul...
Right on.
Oh, that's fucking amazing, too, that you mentioned chili dogs.
Now we got a monarch.
And now a butterfly.
It's one of them days.
No, those are one of the actual things of the holiday itself, monarch butterflies. And I haven't seen one around here. You see them.
I haven't seen butterflies in general.
Yeah. So I didn't know there was 2 lines of print on each side of the book. Is that a new way to make books?
No, he did it to keep the number of pages down, to keep the book from being... Because, the second Manson File that came out, the first Outlaw Shaman one, was like, I think, 1,400 pages.
Yeah. So the more pages, that means that...
The print was bigger. It was easier to read.
So the more pages means it's more credible. Is that what it means?
No.
So the bigger words that you use, like that I have to look up in a goddamn dictionary because I don't even know what they mean, that means that you're smarter than me?
Well, of course.
No, it doesn't. It means you're trying to cover something up. It means you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. It means basically throw a fucking shit at the wall and see what sticks. That's why I don't like to criticize art at all.
You can't. Art, books are like artwork in some ways. They're subjective. You have to consider where it's coming from, who it's coming from, how it's written.
All those things.
Nobody's going to get the 100% God before Jesus himself. This is the fucking truth. This is how it happened.
But
nobody's ever going to get that.
Isn't that how Shrek comes off?
He comes off like, yeah, look what I found. You didn't know this. You didn't know this. This is absolute fact.
You didn't know this because it was never true in the first fucking place.
I mean, in this one, I mean, since people have passed, he does actually name sources now.
Since they passed? What do you mean since they passed? You mean since they can't say, oh no, he's full of shit?
Yeah, since they're dead now.
Oh, okay.
Now he can identify.
Okay, let's get this shit straight. Because since they passed, every motherfucking person in that book is since they passed.
Yeah, a lot of them.
Who's alive? Who's alive that can say, yep, this is credible? And when have anybody shown you any proof? They say they got a lot of proof. How'd they get it? Out of the fucking air? It had to come on paper or something, right? It had to come on a telephone call. Somebody recorded that
heard
shit.
It, seen it.
Because if Manson's calling you, you're recording it.
Yeah,
nobody ever.
Just about everybody recorded.
How come they never
calls.
show that shit then? I haven't seen anything except one recording from Shrek. I don't even know if it was to him.
I don't think it was.
I don't think it was either.
I think he actually said that it was a call to somebody else.
So, where's all this fucking proof at then? For somebody to be wishing somebody's self-annihilation, I want some proof now. You know, I mean, he's the one that brought it up by fucking throwing Stoner to the goddamn.
Well, in all fairness, drunk Stoner kind of threw himself to the wolves.
But I mean, why?
They just picked up the scent of the
Why
blood.
respond to drunk Stoner then? You're trying to push it off onto, okay, I'm the fucking boss here?
Yeah. It wasn't even so much Shrek at first. It was all the people in his group talking shit about it.
Oh, he doesn't allow that? I mean, if you're the fucking
He
moderator.
But if somebody in his group hadn't made a big stink about it, Shrek probably would have never said anything about it. Because I honestly don't think Shrek cares what Stoner says.
He cares what everybody says.
But when everybody on his website kept talking about it, he kind of had to respond to it.
Johnny Depp doesn't care what anybody says. Shrek does. I didn't see Johnny Depp on there saying, oh yeah, she shit in my bed. I didn't see that.
That's funny shit.
I didn't see that nowhere though. Come on, man. Shrek's the only one that comes on there and says, oh, Stoner shit in my bed. Your bed has shit in it.
Everybody's bed in this fucking case has shit in it.
Yeah, I know.
I tell people all the time, dude, when they're first new to this shit, I'm gonna watch it, man. You'll meet some really cool people, but you'll meet some of the weirdest, fucking twisted motherfuckers too, man.
Yeah. There's some twisted bastards, man.
This case draws all kinds, and not all of them are nice.
Some people like murder. Some people like the debauchery of the shit.
Yeah, some people are just into the gore. They want to sit there and just talk stab wounds. How bloody do you think they were?
And some people act like they fucking know it all.
A lot of people
act like they know it all.
I read Helter Skelter and saw the movie. I'm an expert on Manson. Yeah. Shut up. Sit down.
Honestly, if you sit and learn, you can learn about it for the rest of your fucking life.
Dude, I've been reading and studying this shit since junior high, and I still don't know jack shit about this fucking case, really. I still have more questions than answers. I've got what I believe happened and how I imagine it happened. Am I right? Am I wrong? Who the fuck really knows?
Doesn't really matter.
And let's face it, honestly, there's only two people alive that could really tell you what happened in the Tate house. One of them is never going to tell the truth, and if he did, no one would believe him. And I don't think Pat's ever going to fucking sit down and actually tell what happened that night to anybody.
They might not even know what the hell happened. You know how you said that you crashed your car because you take...
Yeah.
They might have been the same way. Tomorrow they wake up and they don't even know what the fuck
and this
happened.
is like 54 years ago, man. These people are fucking in their late 60s,
even
early 70s.
the next day afterwards,
they're starting to go
senile
senile now.
You know, they might not even have known after the day after.
I think that's why John Waters snagged Leslie up as soon as she got released, because he wants to get her on film, telling what she remembers while she can still remember it.
We definitely don't want to get in her pants.
No, he's all about doing a
I don't
fucking.
care what anybody says. To this point, it's become all bullshit. Here, you can light one of them up.
Oh, I'm good right now.
Go ahead, light it up. You can take one home too if you want.
Thank you.
Yeah, they give them away. They give weed away free here in California.
Yeah, I know.
I know, this was free.
I found a delivery service, and the first time I ordered, they brought me like 4 fucking joints, dude. Like this one. Yeah, they brought me like 4 of them. They're like, thanks for being a customer. I'm like, dude, you gave me more weed than I bought. Help him come out, but...
That's amazing. The feather fell out of the air too.
George's ready to fly.
No, I just, I don't know, smoked that whole thing myself. First off, it makes my lungs hurt now because I don't smoke. And secondly, it's like, Jesus Christ, this is a lot.
Yeah, I usually end up putting these things out like 2 or 3 times.
Yeah, I know. I probably got one of them or
Get
2
like
of them
4
on
or
my
5
porch.
hits in. I'm nope, I'll save the rest for later.
And then the problem with that stuff is that you can smell it really bad after you lit it.
That's because it almost tastes infused.
It might be.
Either that or that's just really, really green weed.
That might be too. I'm sure they don't give away the best.
It's got a very distinctive taste, though.
Yeah.
Kind of almost.
They need to have a boxing match on Stoner Show. Who you think would win in a boxing match between Shrek and Stimson?
God, I have no idea. George looks tough.
He may be.
He looks like he could probably throw some fists if he had to. Shrek, I don't know. Shrek doesn't strike me as the fighting type.
He's the lover. The one-eared lover.
Yeah, I don't see Shrek like fucking charging George, throwing lefts and rights. But a fight between the two of them, God, I don't know. I'd give it to George.
Who you think would win in a fight between Stoner and Brian Davis?
Oh, Stoner, totally. Stoner would fucking wipe the floor with Davis. Davis is a scrawny little rat-looking dude. You've seen him.
I seen him in that episode of that show that I was in.
Yeah, The Last Words.
But that's the only time I ever seen him. Somebody showed him one time. They showed a picture of him in Starbucks, like looking up girls' dresses or something.
Oh yeah, dude, he's been accused of all kinds of shit.
Was that really true?
I don't know. I never bothered.
That's the thing about the internet. You never know if anything's true. And if somebody said that and that's not true, man, that's bullshit. And half the people that say shit on there, I don't believe them anyway, so it's probably bullshit. But good for him, because Brian does that to other people. He does the same shit, so it comes back to you at times.
Yeah. I mean, I'll give Brian credit. He used to put on a really good show, man. He'd get interesting people on there. He'd interview them, but he gets caught up in all the internet drama bullshit.
If you start caring what other people think, you do, man. It's easy to get caught up in that stuff.
When Brian focuses on just his show, he can be really on his game, man.
What do you think the temperature is right now?
Probably upper 60s.
Fucking freezing.
Dropped quick when the sun was there.
Shit. Is Stoner still doing his show?
Let's see.
Turn Stoner on, let him be on the gray for a second. Because he's going to be in a clip in here anyway.
Phone says it's 73.
73? It sure don't feel like 73. Actually, it might feel like 73, because when I turn on my air conditioning, I turn it down to 77. I think that's too cold.
Oh, there he is. He's still on. Sorry,
Now
my
we can
phone
see
kind of
it.
sucked.
Here, let me move this chair out of the way. Oh, yeah, you can see it really well when you're not in front of it.
Gotta get his good side.
That is his good side. Can't tell he has sunglasses on now, though.
Yeah, it just looks like his eyes are purple.
Yeah.